There's a habit most developers falls into. You learn the word, you use the word, but if someone asks you to explain it without using the word, you would pause. And that pause tells you something important. Technical language isn't always knowledge. Sometimes it's a way of hiding from others and from yourself that you don't fully understand what's underneath. The more complex something sounds, the less likely the person speaking has actually figured it out. True understanding simplifies, confusion complicates. Here's the loop that actually builds understanding. You learn something, then you explain it. Whether the explanation breaks down, that's the gap. You go back in and you simplify. There's a difference between quoting a definition and having intuition. A definition is borrowed, intuition is yours. The test. Can you explain it without quoting anything? Here's how you run the test. Take something you learned recently. Say, how recursion works. Close everything, now explain it out loud in plain sentences. Not it call itself, but explain why that's useful and what actually happens when it does. That's where the most explanation falls apart. As you explain, pay attention to where you slow down. Where do you pause? Where do you say, and then it just works? That pause, that's the gap. That's exactly what needs attention. Don't reread the whole chapter. Go back to the only part where the explanation broke. Relearn that specific piece, then try explaining from the beginning again. You'll feel the difference. When you can map the concept to something you already understand deeply, that's when you know you have got it. Analogies aren't dumbing you, they are proof of understanding. The hardest version of understanding something is explaining it simply. It takes more work than memorizing the textbook, but it's the only kind that lasts. Most learners mistake one for the other. Complex language feels knowing, but clarity is the actual goal. Radical clarity means anyone could follow your logic step by step, no jargon required. That's the test, not the grade. Not whether your code ran, whether you can explain it clearly, simply, start to finish, without looking back.